Hi everyone, Joff here from Professional Music Technology. Today we're going to be looking at 5 of our favourite affordable electronic drum kits that are perfect for beginners. Okay, so first up on our list, this is our most affordable kit that we do. This is our Tourtech TT-12S. So it's a really nice compact design in this one, great for any small areas that you want to put a kit in the corner or something like that. It's a 5-piece kit layout on there, so you've got your hi-hats, got your crash cymbal, and you've got your ride cymbal as well. Okay, for the rest of the kit, you've got your bass drum and your 3 toms, which are all velocity sensitive as well. And then you have a dual zone snare pad on here, so you get 2 different sounds out of this drum by hitting it in different areas, either on the main part or on the rim, for your rim shot on that one. So the kit itself in the module on the TT-12, it encompasses 250 sounds in there. So that's 20 preset kits, which is anything from your acoustic drum sets to percussion to electronic drum sounds. You also have 20 different songs on there as well, or sort of backing tracks that you can play with. And then there's 10 user kits where you can take any of those 250 sounds, put them in whatever order you want, and even customize them by changing pitches and things like that. So plenty of stuff to play with on here. Other features of the module include, you've got an auxiliary input here, so you can plug in an iPod or iPad or stereo and play music through the module, through your headphones with the kit as well. You also have a USB and MIDI output, so you can plug this into a computer and use it as a MIDI control system if you're using recording software. And also, most usefully on here, there's a metronome as well, so you can practice along to particular tempos and work on your chops and getting your playing up to speed. So that's it on the TT-12S. The drum kit does include a pair of sticks when you buy it, but if you need other things like drum stools, headphones, we do a bundle deal on our website. It's always worth having a check on there as well. Okay, next up we have the Yamaha DTX402. There's a couple of versions of this kit. This is our most affordable one. This is the 402, which has the MIDI controller pedals rather than a real bass drum pedal. But it's great if you're in a flat or somewhere above where you don't want the sound traveling through the floor with those bass drum pedals on that. So really nice, really well designed kit. Laid out again exactly as your 5-piece kit on here. You've got your snare, your 3 toms, kick pedal, hi-hats, crash, ride, everything you need for all your exam grades. So the snare drum and the ride cymbal on here have 2 different velocities on there. So as you're playing them, you'll get 2 different sounds out of each one. So on the ride cymbal, you can have the ride and the ride bell. And then again, the same with the snare. There'll be 2 different snare sounds. So the module itself features 10 different themed drum kits on here of different musical styles, and to accompany those styles as well, there are some backing tracks on here where you can have the music with the drums, or you can take the drums away and play along yourself, just like this. And if you find yourself getting out of time with that, there's also a click track that you can play along with it as well. One of my favourite features about this kit is the fact that it's got a brilliant iOS app that you can use with it. It'll plug into your iPhone, into an iPad, even Android as well. The app on here opens up the entire module by putting the power of the module on your phone. So you can customize the kits on here. You have visual guides for playing with the apps that will actually give you feedback on how well you're performing. And then there's a fantastic challenge function on here where it takes all of those 10 songs and breaks them up into individual lessons. But you can't access the higher songs until you've scored high enough. So kind of like a video game and a challenge for your kids when they're wanting to learn stuff. So again, with all of these kits, this one has an auxiliary input, so you can plug in an external audio device and play music through the headphones with the kit. You've got a USB to host, so you can plug it into a computer and use it as a MIDI controller system. The headphone input as well for quiet practice for everyone else. I think this was probably one of my favourite kits for under £500, this one. It also comes with a 5-year warranty, which is a fantastic offer from Yamaha. So this is the Yamaha DTX-402. Right, okay, so here we have the Roland TD-1K. So this is quite similar in design to the Yamaha that we just looked at. However, this is a much more ergonomically designed piece of kit on here. So quite plush looking, you know, look quite nice in a modern home. Similar to the MR, it does have the MIDI controller pedals on here, so if you're in a room above someone, playing one of these, the sound won't travel through the floor anywhere near as muchly as it would with a real bass drum pedal on there. The module itself is quite nice and simplistic. You have 15 different drum kits on here, 15 different backing tracks, so songs that you can play along with. There's a metronome on there just to help working with your rudiments and your paradiddles, and a coaching mode function here. This is something that's got 10 different challenge sections on it. What it does is it will give you sort of guides showing you whether you're ahead of the beat or behind the beat, or there's another one which will show you, it will actually drop out the metronome and it will score you on how accurate you are if you're playing in time with that or not. So various different things that you can help aid with your practice on that one. Cool, looking at some of the other features of the kit, the pads here are really nice, quite soft rubber, so they feel quite comfortable to play on. The cymbals themselves have got dual zone areas, so you can get 2 different sounds out of each cymbal. So different sounds on there. You also have an extra cable as well, so you do have the option of adding in another tom or another cymbal on there. And finally, just like all the other kits, you have the auxiliary input on here, so you can plug in any external audio device, USB, so you can plug it into your computer and use it as a MIDI controller system again. So if you're after a great looking, great sounding, space saving kit, this is the Roland TD-1K. Okay, so next we're going to look at something slightly different to all the traditional kits that we've been playing so far. This is the Yamaha DD-75, so it's a tabletop portable drum kit on this one. It runs on batteries, so you can take it anywhere. It's got built-in speakers. The pedals itself are two of these switch pedals here, so you can literally put them on any surface, any floor, and use them as you need. It's got various different built-in sounds. There's over 500 sounds on this kit. You can assign to different things, to different patches, and create your own user kits. There's a load of songs as well. There's 100 songs that you can play along to and record your own parts to as well on the recording function here. There's even a hand percussion mode, so you can press this button and then play some of the drums with your hands as well. So any of these sort of Latin percussion sections on there. Okay, so with this kit as well, you do also have the auxiliary input on the back here, so you can plug in any audio device on there. It doesn't have a USB, but it does have MIDI capabilities on here, so you can plug this in again and use it as a MIDI trigger system. It's a great little kit to start off with. If it's something that you're not sure that you've got the space for one of these larger kits, it's a really good way to just actually get into drumming and just get your limb independence and coordination going, because you can use your feet and your hands as 4 separate things on there. So it's a really good starter kit for that one. Again, this is the Yamaha DD-75. Cool. And finally on our list we come to the Tourtech TT-22M. What makes this kit unique is that it's got mesh drum heads on it, and at this price point that's something that's normally reserved for kits of a much higher spec. So what mesh heads mean is that they're a synthetic drum skin on there, they're not rubber pad. So with these they feel a lot more realistic like a normal drum head would, and you can change the tension of them as well. So for a 16-inch floor tom you can have it tuned really nice and low and you don't get too much bounce back. For your snare drum here, the 10-inch pad, you can have it tuned nice and high so it's got lots of bounce like your snare drum would have on there. Also as well, this is the only kit on our list that has a real bass drum pedal. So it does come with a mesh pad for that, but you also get the bass drum pedal included as well with this one. So a much more natural feel, you get more swing and respond from the bass there and easier to play sort of faster double strokes and things. The cymbals on this one as well feature dual triggering, so you've got 2 different sounds out of the cymbal and a choking capability as well. So you can actually catch the cymbal and stop the sound just like this. Same on the ride. And then 2 different sounds. Same thing with the drums as well, you've got 2 different sounds from the head and the rim. So lots of fun to play with on that. The other nice feature with this kit is it's on a really nice 4-poster rack, so quite big and sturdy, but it means you can position everything much more normally than your acoustic kit would be set out like. So you won't feel too different going from one of these onto an acoustic kit on there. Okay, and moving on to the module of the TT-22M. This module has over 400 drum sounds on there, which are spread across 29 preset kits. You also have 12 user kits as well, where you can design and customize your own drums on there. There's 20 songs on here that you can play along with the same function that you can remove the drums from there and add a click track, so you can add your own percussion and backing to the tracks yourself. So other features that you get with this kit as well, you also have the auxiliary input. So again, you can plug in any external audio device and play along with music through the same headphones while hearing the kit. You also have on here a full USB audio and MIDI interface, which makes it very easy to record the audio sounds from here straight onto your computer. So if you've got the space for it, this is the Tourtech TT-22M, probably the most realistic feeling kit that we've looked at today. Cool, thanks everyone for watching. That was 5 of the best cheap electronic drum kits that are suitable for beginners. If you want to know any more about these kits, do log on to our PMT online website where all these kits are available with their information and specs. Or alternatively, if you're in any of the areas where a PMT store is, do pop in and speak to your local drum guy there. I'll be happy to run through all the kits and show you some more of the features on them. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at PMT House of Rock. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm Joff and hopefully see you again soon. Many thanks.